from South India. As you all already know, Akash Agarwal Classes has launched for you all 100% English lectures in English for CMA Foundation students giving their examination in December 2025 and onwards. So here I am going to tell you how do you enroll in the batch. You just have to join our WhatsApp community, which is given in the link. Fill up the Google form again given in the link, and do download our mobile application Akash Agarwal Classes to access the notes. You all know the lectures which we are going to conduct will be 100% covered. There would be no subject which we are not taking care of. So we are going to take care of each and every subject, each and every concept. We are going to take MCQs for you. We are going to provide test papers. We are going to take live mentee sessions as well. Lectures which we are going to take for you all are 100% recorded lectures and not dubbed lectures. And you all know we have exclusive team ready for you all to teach you for your CMA Foundation December 2025 attempt for subject wise as well. And we are uploading the lectures on a weekly basis. All the important links which will be useful to you all are uploaded in the description box. Since we have many students who have cleared CMA examination at all the levels from Akash Agarwal Classes, and to reciprocate the love which we have received from South Indian students, we are here for you all taking lectures 100% in English, so that we can clear your CMA Foundation December 25 attempt together. So keep studying, do watch all the lectures till the end, and do show some love by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and putting up a word in the comment box. Keep studying. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, very good afternoon guys. Good afternoon people. My dearest CMA Foundation South Indian aspirants, good afternoon guys. So I am CS Kajalande and I am back here again with yet another video of your paper number 1, that is business laws and communications. So the great news is that as we are already done with SOGA, we are already done with NEGO, we are already done with the part 1, that is sources. Okay, so now we will be doing part B, that is business communication, and securing 20 marks. Okay, so now how are we going to secure these 20 marks guys? It's going to be very easy. As I said, watch all the lectures maybe just twice and then you're done. You don't have to do business communication ever again in your life, because we have divided various parts of business communication. I have divided all of them into different sub parts. Okay, so I have divided them into various lectures. So you guys are going to have fun. You guys are going to enjoy watching these lectures because they're going to be so easy. And the way SOGA was, the way NEGO was, or even the way sources of law was, this is not at all like that. This is entirely different because this is business communication. Very easy, the easiest part. So yes, I am CS Kajalande and I'm welcoming you to the easiest part of your syllabus, and that is business communication. Got it everyone, got it guys. Okay, so now let's talk about business communication, a very easy chapter. I mean a very easy part, this entire section B. Okay, it's going to be very easy. You guys are going to have fun when you all do it, and even the lectures, when you'll watch the lectures, you'll be like, oh wow, I know this, oh wow, I know that. Okay, so it's going to be that smooth. Now the word communication, remember this word communication is derived from the Latin word. Okay, which word has it been derived from? The Latin word. What is that word? Communicare. Now what does communicare mean? It means to share. Understood everybody? Yes guys, yes guys. Okay, so why is communication so important? And like as we become CMAs, why do we need to study business communication? Okay, first of all guys, communication is very important in our field. Okay, because we will be talking, or we will be in connect with the big faces of the industry. we will be in connect with our bosses because our reporting, because our levels are higher. Okay, we are at the higher authority, so we have to directly talk to the bosses, we directly have to talk to the CEOs, we directly have to talk to the CFOs. Okay, that's that's like a direct connection there. So that's why in such a situation we need to know the best way to communicate. Now here in our syllabus, your communication is not about how you communicate with your friends or how you communicate with your family. No, it's about business communication, how you communicate when you are professionally working, when you are in a corporate world, in a professional world. Okay, so it is important, guys. As the word says, it's derived from the Latin word. It means communicare. It simply means to share. Okay, so the meaning is to share. Now, what do you mean by communication? Whenever we are transferring ideas, whenever we are transferring feelings, data, information, all of that comes under communication. Now, the medium can be anything. Like, for example, if you are expressing your feelings towards someone and you're doing it over Instagram, it's fine. The medium can be anything. Or also expressing your feelings to someone face to face. Again, the medium is different, but sharing of information, sharing of data is happening, right? So sharing of data is communication. Yes, people, sharing of information, sharing of feelings, it's all communication. Okay. Now, if we talk about business communication here, we talk about people sharing information. Okay. Yes, people do share information. Business communicate in under business communication, share information, but we talk from an organization's perspective. We do not talk from a friend's perspective or family's perspective. We talk from an organization point of view. Okay, so if you're representing your organization or within the organization, if you're talking to your seniors, juniors, however, so how are you supposed to conduct yourself? How are you supposed to communicate? And the main reason of this entire communication is everybody wants your business to run smoothly. Your institute wants that when you go out there and when you represent your institute, your institute is being proud of you. Okay, and they should feel like, oh, the college should be upkey. Okay, this person belongs to my institute and look at the way they've been communicating in the organization, right? So that is why one of the reasons this has been included in your syllabus. Now, what is the significance, guys? Number one, managerial efficiency. Okay, so the significance, I'm just going to write it down here. I hate this red color on the screen. I don't know why I just land up choosing it sometimes, but anyways, so yes, guys, significance of business communication. Number one is efficiency. It's obvious, guys. You tell me, if you are talking to the management, if all the parties that are involved here are talking to each other, you are in a company, you're working in a company, and without talking to each other, without communicating, without exchanging ideas, can you even possibly work in an organization? No, you can't, right? I'm sure you guys go to college, you'll go to, you know, like you'll go here and there where you socialize. So even you know that you have to strike a conversation, you have to talk, you have to exchange ideas in any medium maybe, but you have to exchange ideas if you want that particular thing to work. Okay, so if you want an organization to be efficient, you have to exchange ideas. Okay, so that is the first importance, that if you want, without talking you can't, or without expressing ideas, exchanging communication, you cannot possibly succeed. Okay, next is dedicated and loyal employee base. Now, what do you mean by dedicated and loyal employee base? See, the second point that they say, that whenever employees, we communicate with employees, you think from a boss perspective, or let it be, think from an employee perspective. If your boss is talking to you, he's asking you, you know, what happened, are you okay, is everything fine, what's the issue, or are you facing any problems in the organization, or if you do a good job and he says, you know what, well done, your idea was really good. Imagine as an employee, if our boss tells all this, don't we think our morale is going to be boosted? Number one, correct? Not only morale will be boosted, would we feel like leaving that particular organization? No, because the loyalty gets built up. Okay, so that is one of the reasons. The next is effective leadership. Whenever, now you tell me who is a correct type of a leader. Okay, why is it important for leadership, a leader to know good communication? Who is a leader, guys? As you think, if we have a leader and if a leader comes and tells, this is it, this is what you have to do, number one. And second leader, he comes and asks you, you know what, I have this thing in my mind, but if you have any opinion, please tell us, please let us know. We will take your feedback. You tell me, which leader are you going to choose? Obviously, leader number two. Reason being, he's taking your feedback, he's taking your suggestion. Your suggestions are important to him. Correct? So leader number two will be important here. Getting it, guys? Okay, so this is how in leadership also communication matters, because communication is not only about talking on one side, it is also about taking feedback, it is also about taking suggestions, so that only a leader can do. Agreed, guys? Next is, you need to build the trust and confidence. As I said, if you talk to your employees, even if you are a boss and you talk to your employees, you make them feel that wherever they belong, like wherever they are right now, they're working in your organization, and the organization is going to do great, and the future is secured, your future is secured. So if you communicate all these things with them, the trust, the confidence, all of that gets built up, right, guys? Okay. So next reason is trust and confidence, and vice versa. Even the leader starts believing the colleagues, the juniors. Next is, whenever data is exchanged, we all know about like what's going on everywhere, right? Like for example, if I'm in the marketing department, you are in the legal department or the purchase department, I'm exchanging my data with you, you're exchanging my data with me. So now we have an idea of what is going on in the organization, in your department as well as in my department, right? We get that idea. So now we can take an informed decision. Remember, guys, remember this one thing: whenever a decision is taken, you need to know what's going on around you. If you take a decision without knowing the facts, that decision most probably is going to be a wrong one. Correct? So we need communication for better decision making. Okay. Decision making. And last but not the least, okay, we have few more. HR management, as in the people who are in your company, when you select them, when you place them in their departments, you're giving them training, you're promoting them, you're transferring them, socializing between the various employees. So if I tell you why communication is so important, now there are MNCs, very big, the big MNCs. Now I'll tell you what they do generally. The big MNCs, they do not, I'm telling you a fact, okay, like Friday to Friday, most of the times, the second half of the day, because in MNC, Saturday, Sunday is a holiday, right, people? So on Fridays, they generally, after the lunchtime, like after 1 o'clock or after 2 o'clock, if the office is till 6, okay, so for 3-4 hours, everybody just shuts off their computers and they sit in a middle area, and when they sit there, they are like playing games. Okay, all like people from all the departments, they come together, okay, and they are like either playing games with each other, or else they are communicating with each other, they are sharing ideas, but everybody has to compulsorily come and sit and talk to each other. This is like compulsory, okay. Friday to Friday, this keeps happening in MNCs. In Indian companies, this is yet not the culture, to be honest, but yes, in MNCs, definitely this keeps happening, okay. So it's that important. Now, why do they need to play games? Come on, who is going to pay an employee to play a game? Right? People, the bosses pay employees to come and do work, but still, Friday second half, they don't let them do any work, and even the bosses sit with the juniors. Even the bosses come. There's there are these games and dance parties and like the dance also goes on, people are singing, people are playing a guitar and things like that. All this happens in the office Friday second half. Okay, so this is how communication, like this, it's that important, because you need to talk to people, people need to talk to you, so that the entire organization grows. Correct, guys? Next is management. So, of course, if you guys are communicating well enough, people are going to listen to you. You will be able to manage people well. If you are not communicating properly, if you're being very bossy, or if you're being very mean, you're not going to be able to manage people, right? And last but not the least is customer service. Now, what do you mean by customer service? I'm sure now whenever you get, sometimes you get calls, from from various sources, from various companies, that are you satisfied with whatever services we've been providing you, or things like that. Okay, so if I give you an example of this, I don't know if you guys know that company, it's Centrum, if you guys have heard about it. Okay, have you heard of Centrum? Okay, so Centrum is a multivitamin, and it comes for both women and men. So people who generally go to the gym, or people who, who are into athletics and stuff like that, they do consume these multivitamins because it's important, of course. So what had happened, I'll tell you my personal experience with Centrum, then you'll understand how is customer service related to business communication. So when I had initially ordered Centrum tablets, okay, that was the first time that I had ordered Centrum. I used to use another brand of multivitamins. I used to use HK Vitals, and after a few days, I ordered Centrum. So I took a gap, because I just finished HK Vitals multivitamin tablet box, and then I took a few days back, a few days gap, because immediately switching to a new brand would be a bit risky, right? So I didn't know if it would have any side effects or things like that. So I took a few days gap, like a nice 1.5 week gap. And then I started consuming the Centrum tablet. So the first day itself, when I consumed this multivitamin, the first day itself, when I consumed this Centrum tablet, guys, you won't believe it. Trust me when I say it, you won't believe it. When I consumed this particular tablet, I kind of fell unconscious. I did not fall unconscious totally, but my head, it started spinning entirely. That uncontrollable, like I was holding my head and I was sitting. It was that uncontrollable, and I was just shocked that what is happening to me. I started like getting the acid refluxes, like acidity. I even started facing that. Okay, so there were n number of problems that I started facing within 20 minutes of consuming that pill. And it was a multivitamin, so I was not understanding that why is this happening, because this never happened. So I really got scared, because obviously my head started spinning. I was facing acidity. So I immediately emailed the company. The email ID was given on the box itself, so I immediately sent them an email that this is it, what is happening. So are these the side effects or what? I don't know. Y'all won't believe it. Centrum is an international company. It has come into India recently. Okay, within the next 10 minutes, literally within the next 10 minutes, I got a reply. I got a response from the company saying that please, if you have any latest health report, like if you've done a health test and if you have any latest report, please send it to us. So luckily I had a health report, which was, I had conducted maybe a full body checkup. I had conducted maybe like 2.5 months back. Okay, so I sent that to them. They saw the entire report and they were like, this is no side effect, maybe because, and I had mentioned that I used to use another brand a week back. So they said that maybe because this is your first tablet, so maybe there you might face this dizziness, because you're not used to this, your body is not used to this particular brand. So this dizziness, you might just face it as a consequence, but you don't have to worry about it. If this continues for more than 1.5 hours, please feel free to get in touch with us again, and it would be great if you could immediately consult a doctor if required. And the box that you have, please do not consume any more tablets from that box. So I said, okay, no, not a problem. I got okay within like 2 hours. I had a good nap, and once I got up, I was absolutely fine. My headache and everything was gone, absolutely okay. Then after a day, like the next day early morning, again I got an email to check on me, like how am I feeling, if I'm okay. And I said, yes, I'm absolutely fine, there is no issue. Then the same day I got a call from the Centrum company itself, and of course one person in all the foreign accent, she was speaking to me, and she said that the box that you have, please keep it as it is, do not consume any more tablets, we are sending you a new box. I even said no, that is not required, because I think it was, as you guys said, it was the first tablet I took, maybe that's the reason I had the side effects, so please don't send any other box, it's fine. She said, no, we are sending it, and you don't have to pay for it, we are sending it, and it's not very cheap, like they'll just give it for free. But then yes, they did it, and they sent this box, and we Indians being Indians, the old box I had, obviously, right, the lid was open and everything, so I said, let's try consuming this tablet now. And because it was a multivitamin anyway, so I tried consuming that multivitamin, nothing happened, it was absolutely fine. Now that box is over, and then the additional one which I got, now I'm consuming that. Okay, so this is what customer service. Now you tell me, just by checking on me time to time and making sure that I'm okay and sending me a replacement box, for them it was just like 700-800 rupees, like, okay, maximum 1000 rupees. But for me, don't you think I am going to be loyal to Centrum all my life now? Right? That's how business communication works. Let it be any source, let it be email, let it be a phone, but that's how you need to improve your customer service. Got it, everyone? Got it, guys? Yes. Okay, so let's revise. This is the significance of business communication. Your efficiency increases, you become dedicated and loyal, trust and confidence is boosted, leadership is improved, decision making, you can make it easy, management is easier to make, customer service, for them it's very important. Yes. Okay. Now everybody come out of the story. Now, what are the uses of business communication, guys? There are n number of uses. The first one is group discussion, GDs. Okay, you know what? We'll just go ahead from here. Okay, so the first one is GDs, group discussion. Now, what do you mean by GDs or group discussion? Whenever you're sitting in a particular group and we give you a topic, okay, that this is the topic, talk on it, discuss on it. So here you have to express your views, you have to express your opinions. Like today, if I give you a topic, that do you think India can become #1 economy? Do you think that? And even if it becomes #1 economy, do you think all the poverty and unemployment issues are going to be solved? Do you think it's going to work that way? So now if I make you guys sit in a group, you guys will have n number of thoughts in your mind, correct? Now each and every person of you all has a thought, but you all need to be in a position to discuss it, right? Now when will you all be in a position to discuss it? When you are clear. Okay, see, these are the rules. When you are clear and confident, okay, this is what I know. When you have your topic well prepared, okay, always remember, whenever you are a part of group discussion for the first time, whenever you're saying something, introduce yourself. Not every time. Every time if you keep introducing, it's going to be very irritating. Just for the first time, introduce yourself. Okay, have a positive body language. So for example, if someone is saying something against you, don't be very aggressive or don't have a very negative body language. Have a positive one, that okay, I'm listening to you, fine, but I will come back with a response. Okay, do not make false statements just because you want to prove your point, right? So you're sitting in a group and you just make a false statement. Please do not do that, what many of our Indian media does. Do not put on a very casual attitude. Yeah, man, doesn't matter, whatever. I don't care, this and that. Don't use this kind of language or even body language. If you disagree with someone, remember these rules even in life, guys. If you, for example, disagree with someone, it's fine. Disagreement is fine, but then don't try to make them accept what you are saying. It's fine. Just agree to disagree. Okay. Whatever your expertise is, just stick to that, follow that. We don't have to talk about chemistry and botany and geology. We don't need to get into that. And always remember, whenever you are sitting in a group, try being seen, try being the leader, because when you are leading the conversation, when you're leading an argument, you are always noticed in a good way, and this is going to be great in the career. Okay, so in the career path, when you'll be noticed, when there will be a group discussion and when you'll be noticed, so this is going to take you to great heights. You might not even expect it, but that opportunity might come up for you. Okay, it's because the seniors always notice all this. Yes, people. Okay. Then second, when you need to give a speech, when you need to have a debate speeches, when you're talking about a specific topic, okay, when there is an audience and you're talking to the entire audience about it. And next, like, let it be drama, let it be poetry, but any kind of speech. Okay. Next, if you're talking about debate as in there are two people who are of the opposite view. So remember, whenever you are debating with someone, you do not have to get personal. Okay, you do not have to be like, you don't have sense, you're mad, you don't know anything. You can't say that, you can't get personal. Okay, so debate with that person, not a problem, it's fine, but then again the debate should have professional lines drawn on it. Okay, whenever, now this is something that you'll need to frequently require to do. When you go to office, you'll have to keep making reports, and not only keep making reports, you'll have to present them to your boss. So whenever you're presenting them to your boss, present it in a way that he like it. Okay, yes, so these are the uses of business communication. So what was the first one, guys? GD. Number one was group discussion. Next was speech, debates, and presentations. Yes, so let's write that down. Uses of business communication. So number one was group discussion. Number two was speech. Number three was debate. And the last one was when you have to present your report. We need to know how to present a report. We need to know how to talk. So when you start to talk, you can't just say, okay, you know what, so and so, so and so, so and so. You can't just put in facts. You first have to introduce yourself. You first have to introduce yourself, and then you start with the entire conversation. Yes, people, got it? Okay, everyone. Then moving on to the next part. That is, what do you think are the benefits of business communication and marketing? Okay. Now again, this is very much of what we've done before. Okay, but still, let's be specific and let's talk about marketing. That in marketing, how does business communication benefit you? Okay, everybody, are you getting it? Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Anybody is having any doubts? Or you all are getting it and it's crystal clear? Yes. Getting it, no, people? Public, you're getting it? I told you, no, after doing something like Soga, everything else is easier. That's the reason we started with Soga first. So now everything seems easier. Always climb the difficult mountain first. Then you'll have a nice terrain of, like, you'll have a smooth terrain then. Okay, chalo, moving on. Okay, just 1 second, guys. Hello. Yes, so as we were talking about the benefits in marketing. Now in marketing, whenever guys we need to talk to each other, when and a good marketer, okay, a person who knows how to market his things. Now today, as we know today, it's all about marketing. This entire business, this entire generation, it's all about marketing, right? It's all about good interpersonal skills, like whatever we see on TV, whatever we see around us, whatever we see on social media, it creates an impact, right? So that is what maintaining relationships is. You need to know how to communicate. Now there are so many advertisements, so many of them. Like there was recently an advertisement of Hema Malini. It was about silver coin atta. Atta is you make the roti, okay? So that is atta. Now, so she was doing an advertisement about it, and the way she spoke about it, that this atta, this flour, is not only about food, it's about dignity, it's about self-respect, okay? So this is how the marketing companies play, not play, but this is how they use these specific skills so that it creates an emotional impact. Okay, next is whenever you're doing marketing, you know, you create new innovation. Yes, you'll end up creating new innovations. You'll end up creating new ways of doing business. Okay, so whenever you're doing business in a better way, your competitors know that okay, they are being more creative. Now we'll also try being more creative than them. Like for example, when Cadbury Silk had come into the picture. Okay, so when it was launched, now what they did in small little malls, they sold this Cadbury Silk chocolate for free. Okay, so this entire Cadbury Silk was sold for free to n number of people. Whoever comes in the big bazaar, whoever comes and walks in, they were giving them the samples, like taste it, you'll like it, this and that. So now when this was done by Cadbury, many other companies started to do the same and started being creative. Okay. The next, transparency was enhanced. Okay, transparency as in the customers across the globe, they know, like whatever they're working for, they know what is happening here. Okay, now when you maintain the transparency, when you tell your customers about the ingredients I'm using in my product, the brand ambassadors I have, the processes that I use in my factory, when I'm telling my customers about it, I'm maintaining transparency, right? Now whenever a businessman tells you about something like this, now for example, I come and tell you that this is my product, these are my ingredients, this is my factory, this is how it's done, these are the people, these are the brand ambassadors, etc., etc. When I'm giving you all the information, will you start believing me eventually? Yes. So that's how transparency is enhanced. And then overcoming marketing obstacles. So there are n number of obstacles, you know, like even COVID-19. It was very uncertain. So you never know, uncertain time comes. The market always goes up and down. It's never at a stable way. There's always some or the other confusion, fear of unknown. Anything can happen anytime. Anybody can enter in, anybody can exit. Okay, so anything can happen. Any obstacles can be there. So when you know how to communicate, in case of business communication, let it be cultural issues, let it be legal issues, let it be your marketing or linguistic problems, all these are addressed just by communicating. Correct? So all these marketing uncertainties are addressed just by communicating with each other. The next, we know that between a business and its customers, there needs to be a professional relationship. Okay, so there are good interpersonal skills. There's a professional relationship between the two people. Means they are being, they are having good business communication amongst themselves. Yes, guys. Okay. So, what are the benefits of communication in marketing? Let's just write down the list. Benefits. Benefits of communication in marketing. Now, what are the benefits of communication in marketing? We are going to see that. Okay. So number one, guys, as I said, the first one was it helps to build relationships with your customers. Okay. Then when you learn from your competitors, we also start innovating things. Then when you tell transparently to everyone what your product is all about, transparency is improved. The next, marketing obstacles are overcome. Okay, now when we talk about marketing obstacles, the issues, the problems that are going on in case of marketing, okay, in that entire process, those obstacles are overcome. Then professionalism is established. Okay, so these are the benefits of communication in case of marketing. Now, next we will be talking about the modes of communication and marketing. Now, guys, there are various modes of communication and marketing. Okay, now modes as in the way we do it. Now, number one is advertising. Very easy. Advertising is we are talking about advertising a product. We are helping reach a product to everyone. Okay. And now when we do advertising of things, even today, you guys know the entire generation, the entire industry is all about advertisements. What we see on TV, the advertisements we see on social media, we do get influenced by them, and our sales also do get influenced by them, right? So the first one is advertising. You reach out to n number of customers, you keep on reminding them, like for example, Google Pay. Google Pay doesn't have to do its advertisement at all. Everybody has Google Pay, everybody uses it. Apple iPhones, they don't have to do their advertising at all. Everybody has it, but still they do it. Now what is the reason, guys? What is the reason of all this happening? Simply one reason: they want people to get reminded of their brand. They want their brand to be discussed again and again. Okay, next is direct marketing. Now when we talk about direct marketing, you directly talk to the consumers, you directly call the consumers, maybe you mail them or you call them. Okay, and you know that these are the target audience I have. I need to call them, I need to talk to them. Okay, so my pitch is going to be according to their needs. Sales promotion here. The product is already out, the consumer already knows about our product, we just need to promote it more and more. Okay. And personal selling means we go face to face, we interact with them face to face, we are convincing them, and now we feel that okay, this customer might just buy a product, so we'll have a bigger and greater communication with that person. This generally happens in mall. When you go to a mall, the sector of the area in which the makeup brands are there, so the people who are standing there, they are talking about they come to you and they try to persuade you to purchase their makeup, right? So this is what happens. Personal selling, face to face. Okay, so what are the major modes of communication marketing? Number one is advertising, which is most important. Number two is direct marketing. Number three sales promotion, and number four is personal selling. Now, a very simple one, guys. If you want to effectively communicate, what are the skills that you have to have? Remember, whenever professionally at a business level, now if you follow these rules for your friends, it's going to be very unnecessary. Okay, your friends will be like, what language are you speaking? You know, I know we call friends as macha, correct? You'll be like, what's wrong with you, macha? Correct? So if we follow these rules with our friends, no, we are following these rules in formal way, business way. Okay, so you need to inform the listener about the topic. Whenever you start talking about something, please remember, inform the listener before that. Okay, also whenever the speaker talks, deliver the message in a very clear manner. Do not confuse them. You should understand the other party should understand you. If both of y'all hate each other and y'all are talking and listening with that feeling of hatred, it's going to be of no use. The message should be complete. Okay, you cannot just tell something to someone in half and midway you can't just leave that. Okay, then there should be non-verbal forms, as in few days back, even you guys know, there was this match of India Pakistan. Okay, so in case of India Pakistan match, Indian players did not shake hands with the Pakistani players, because of which they were really irritated and they were really angry. Now On face there was no disrespect, but this non-verbal communication, that is a handshake, that was not done. So somewhere a disrespectful message was passed, okay, which they were not okay with. Of course, now everybody can have their own opinions over this, but I'm just trying to tell you that the way verbal communication is important, even non-verbal is. The way you're sitting now, when someone is talking and you're just sitting like this, you're lying down like this, you're like sitting like this, it clearly shows you're not interested in the conversation, right? So non-verbal, that is your body language, your hand gestures, even they should be good. As a listener, you must be attentive, you must be alert, so to react. Both of them, they should have an open mind towards each other's attitude. You cannot come with a closed mindset that whatever this person says is utter rubbish. You cannot have that mindset. Okay, and always take a feedback. Remember that active listening is important. Now, what is active listening? Active listening is you're actually listening to understand. You're not listening just to react in a negative way. You are listening to understand. Yes, now because of listening, guys, even in life, the things I'm going to tell you right now, they are going to be useful for you even in your life. So even in your life, remember everyone, people often ignore listening. They just talk. It's just one-sided. No. Again, in your life, whenever you listen, half of your problems will be solved. Trust me. Try it. Try it with your loved ones. Try it with your special friend. Whenever you guys are having an argument, just sit and listen. Listen. Try to understand. Okay, this will also help our social skills. People will come and talk to you more because there are no good listeners here. And people love good listeners. So people will come and talk to you more. You will also start empathizing with other people. Okay, you'll start understanding them. Okay, I get it. I am absorbing this information. Okay, you'll become a better person, in short. Okay, then at the same time, it will also help us, like when we are sitting in a group and if we are a listener, we can grasp things this easily because we are used to it. Our brain is functioned like that now, and always it builds stronger relationship. A good listener will always have strong relationships with people around him. Yes, because as I said, everybody wants to talk, nobody wants to listen. That's the problem. Yes, okay. I hope this is clear. 5.1. Yes, anybody any doubts? Anybody any doubts? Anybody any doubts? Please put it down in the comment section. I will see to it. I do regularly check the comment section, guys. I do. Okay, everyone. So now as a 5.1 is done, let's start with 5.2. Now what is 5.2? Now as we know, now we are going to be discussing features of business communication. Okay. Yes, so this is what we'll be discussing now. Features of business communication. Now, what do you understand by features of business communication? The qualities that business communication has. Okay, now as I said, we are already done with the basic parts. This part is going to be like a cakewalk for you. It's going to be like bread and butter. Okay, so it's going to be very easy. Now, first of all, if you need to be a good communicator, you need to have good listening skills. It's always important. If you know how to talk, you need to know how to listen. First, learn how to listen. Then only we can talk well. Second, open-minded. Both the people, the sender and the receiver of the message should be open-minded. That, okay, we are ready to learn from others. We are learners. Even if you guys know Ratan Tata. Okay, Ratan Tata, Azim Premji, these are some big businessmen. Steve Jobs. Bill Gates. Okay, now they, till the end, you've heard them saying that we still don't know everything. We are still learning. So that open mindset should be there that, okay, I don't know everything. I'm still learning. Okay. You need to be attentive, you need to listen without being distracted. In your mind you're thinking that okay, I'm going to have in evening I'm going to have upma for my snacks, and you're thinking about it, or you're thinking okay, so what anime am I going to watch, what reels am I going to do, what series am I going to watch. If you're thinking that when somebody is communicating, it's not going to be effective. So don't be distracted, be there, participate, show interest in the discussion, feedback, respond, okay, do all that. Now, what are the 8 C's of effective communication? This is very, very important. 8 C's of, I don't know why has this red color come up. Trust me guys, I hate red, hate. I mean, I hate this color only. Just don't like this color at all. Yes. 8 C's of effective communication. Now, what are the 8 C's of effective communication? Number 1, everybody, number 1. Number 1 is clarity. Okay, things should be clear. The communication should be clear in a way that the receiver understands. You can't be confused about something. If I'm telling you something, I myself should be first clear about it. If I am confused, how will I communicate it with y'all? Correct, guys? So if I say that the company has received a new order from a new client, you'll be confused. Which new client? What new order? Specify, be clear. Okay. The next C is concise. Now, what is concise? Concise means keeping it short. Yes. So, if you are late to the office on a day and your boss asks you, what happened? Why are you late today? And you say, okay, so what happened is, the morning when I left, my water tank that got leaked, so I had to call someone to fix it. So he fixed it. Then when I left, I saw my bike, it was punctured. Then I had to go to the puncture shop. Then I went to the puncture shop. That puncture guy was not there. He had gone for breakfast. So I went to pick him up just by a walk, and I went to tell him, I went to inform him that I need this urgently. So he was eating and he asked me to wait for 10 minutes. So I waited for 10 minutes, and the puncture guy came in, and then he repaired my bike, and then I left for the office. Then I got caught into 2-3 signals, and on the 3rd signal there was an accident that happened, and because of that there was a traffic jam, there was a huge bus which was stopped, etc, etc, etc. Imagine telling this entire story to your boss. Your boss will be like, okay, please don't tell me, please don't tell me. Fine, you're late, no problem, I'll mark your attendance, please don't tell me, right? So the boss will have that kind of a response. But do we need to give him so much details? No, we can simply tell him, sir, since morning I had to face so many issues, the incidents, the way they unfolded, that was just beyond my control, so I got late. Simple, one line, concise. Okay, so your message should be concise. Concise means keeping it short. Please always make sure your message is correct. Okay, don't spread any rumors. Make sure that your message is correct. We do not have to be gossip centers, we have to communicate. Correct. Next is it should be courteous. Now, what do you mean by courteous? Courteous is it cannot be aggressive. Okay, it cannot be aggressive, you cannot be rude, you cannot be mean. You have to have courtesy, you have to maintain a healthy working relationship. You cannot be mean. You cannot say, for example, if your team member, he has done something wrong, you cannot say, are you mad? Don't you have sense? How, this is not the way you work. You can't say something like that. In a cordial way, you express it saying, okay, you know what, this is a mistake that cannot be ignored. Please make sure that you don't do something like this again, because if something like this happens, even I am answerable to people above me. Simple. Okay, that is courteous. Correct, as I told you, there should be correct grammar, the facts should be correct, the message should be complete, guys. Okay, There are 8 C's. We are on the 5th one. The message should be complete. You cannot just give a half message. Remember, half knowledge is worse than no knowledge. Worst. So the message should be complete. It should be concrete. Now, what do you mean by concrete? Concrete means specific, exact. What they've asked you, talk about it. Don't unnecessarily run around the bush. Be concrete, be clear. Don't be confused. If you want, you can add your own originality to it, but be specific what you want to speak. Be specific about it. If the manufacturing costs have increased, just say that the manufacturing costs have increased by so and so percent. We need to reduce it by so and so percent. Full stop. That's it. Okay. Next is consideration. Now, when you talk about consideration, please remember consideration. Please remember, whenever you are talking to someone, whenever you are communicating with someone, consider from what place they are coming in. Place as in not the area, but mentally what place are they coming in. Put yourself in the receiver's place. So for example, it was raining heavily and your junior just walks in and he's in no position. He's like drenched all over. He's mentally irritated. And that time he walks in, and the moment he walks in, you ask him to come in the conference room and give a presentation. That is something not fair, right? Place yourself in his place. Maybe you wouldn't like to do the same. Correct, guys? Next is coherence. What is coherence? Talk logic. Don't talk K-drama. I'm sure you guys know what K-drama is. Don't talk K-drama. Talk logic. Always have logic in whatever you say. Always be logical. Okay, so these are the 8 C's of communication. If these 8 C's are got together, then the entire process of communication becomes effective. It becomes successful. Yes, so what are the 8 C's, guys? Always be clear about your message, concise, keep it short, correct facts, be courteous, be kind, don't be aggressive, give it a complete message, give it a concrete, specific message, consider from the receiver's perspective, always make sense, be logical, don't talk bullshit like I will go and get the stars for you. Nobody does that, nobody can do that. Yes. Okay, everyone. That's it, guys. That's it. Anybody, any doubts? Anybody, any doubts? All clear, people? Yes? Okay. So that's it for the day, guys. That's it. This is where we stop, and I will be seeing you guys in the next session of communication, where we'll be covering the next 2 units. Okay, so we will be covering the process of communication, which is very easy, and then we will be talking about types of business communication, again very easy for y'all. Okay, because after learning SOGA, communication is something you can randomly grasp it. So these are the 2 units that we will be covering in the next session. Clear, everyone? Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Okay, that's it. So that's it, people. We will stop for the day, and thank you so much for the lovely response on SOGA, Nego, sources. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, everyone, so this is Kajal Hande signing off. Please join the WhatsApp community so you get all the updates, you get all the notes, etc, etc. Okay, everyone, so yes, guys, that's it. I will see you all super soon in the next session. Till then, everybody take care of yourselves, stay safe. Signing off. CS Kajal Hande. Bye bye, guys.